Good morning, millennials.
Welcome back to The Toast and happy Wednesday, a very gorgeous hump day here at TMT. Am I okay? Here at TT?
TikTok?
I don't like it.
Is this TikTok
like
headquarters?
I don't like it. That's also what Theo's grandparents used to call him, so it's very triggering. TT.
But we changed our name to The Toast, which is the same amount of syllables as TT, less syllables than TMT, so I think we have to be The Toast.
Well, if we have to, then we will.
And we shall, and we are.
Today's such an exciting day because the official on sale for our Toast residency, yeah, that's right, it's giving Celine Dion. Jackie and I are going to be doing live shows all through New York this summer on Long Island and here in New York City. We're doing 4 shows at the Beacon Theater and 4 shows at the West Hampton Beach Performing Arts Center. All the tickets are now on sale. If you head to thetoastpodcast.com/tour, you will get links for all of them. I hate to create, panic or sturm and drang, but like they're selling.
Make haste.
Make haste. Thank you for bringing that up. You just reminded me of something.
Okay.
I got so much backlash yesterday, like an insane amount of backlash for the amount of times I said the word seriously. Somebody said I counted for 7 minutes and she said seriously 18 times.
To what do you attribute?
Maybe I was feeling very serious.
I think you're maybe feeling very serious, or maybe I was. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I was making fire points to which you could only respond seriously.
Seriously. I mean, maybe that's my way of like shedding annoying likes. Maybe that's my way of just sort of shedding my skin. I'll be aware of it. I'll try my best. But seriously, but there are more annoying things than like being the girl who says seriously a lot.
For sure. And I feel as though we always have a word of the moment, even if it's just like totally or agreed, however we want to
emphasize
end the sentence. And right now you're feeling serious, and I like a serious swirly.
You're a serious girl. Like maybe I'm getting it from you.
I am not going to knock this, and I have to be honest, I didn't notice it, so it can't be that bad. Like I'm the one who's talking to you.
Jackie,
if it's not bothering
overheard
me, then everyone should let up on La Turd. Okay? She does a lot.
Someone's coming to my defense.
She does a lot for the community. She's very serious about it. And seriously, how much are you nitpicking?
No, by the way, I'm sorry I take my job so seriously. I'm sorry that I'm committed to delivering like the best, most intense episodes every morning. I'll stop. How about that? I'll stop.
That's how you know we're perfect. That the critique of our show yesterday is that we said seriously too much.
And Jackie, I'm not referring to one comment. Seriously? I guess I do say it a lot. There was like 25.
I saw some of them, and I guess in place of seriously, it has usurped the word literally, because all the times you're saying seriously right now, you would have been saying literally. And to me, they're both equally dumb and nonsensical, and so I don't care.
Jackie, when I tell you I sprinted to work today to tell you this story, that I overheard the most actually insane abusive phone conversation. I only heard one side.
Who's
this woman on the street?
Okay, not like Ben.
And like dead ass, I just know the person on the other line was a toaster. I'm like, I need to speak to this person, okay?
Okay, maybe they'll be writing into Dear Toasters, which will be tomorrow because we're recapping Vanderpump Rules today.
And I don't want to be too descriptive, but like if your mom did a workout class this morning and then immediately left and started screaming at you, and today is your birthday, seriously, like you have my heart. I overheard seriously. Oh.
Seriously, you have my heart. I overheard seriously. Okay.
The most deranged conversation. This woman behind me is like, I'm like, why are you talking so loud? And then I realized she was yelling, but like in like a normal voice. So she goes, and what did you do today? Okay, so you woke up and then did what? Okay, so let me tell you how it works. You wake up and you call your mother on your birthday. I'm the reason you're in this fucking world. I was like, holy shit. I turned around, I'm like, is this woman kidding? It was so crazy, so deranged. And she was like with a friend who was like laughing. I'm like, oh, you're both fucking toxic, scary ass moms. She was like, are you gonna apologize? And I'm standing there walking Romeo. Thank God for Romeo. I could like stall and like literally follow her. I'm like, oh no, he's walking. Oh my God, it was so crazy. I got such a pit in my stomach for the girl on the other line. It's literally her birthday. I would say her mom, she had like, she had work done. So it was tough she had like Botox and like filler. So I would say she was about 50. She had a great body leaving a workout class. Here, I'll say this, a very trendy workout class.
Did you do the workout class?
No.
Loitering?
I was loitering outside the workout facility. And like I always see people I know coming in and out. Like I know this woman's daughter. Like I always see people I know coming in and out of this class. She was so crazy. and so mean. And seriously, I got such a pit in my stomach for the girl whose birthday it was. Like, so you wake up on your birthday, your crazy ass mom calls you screaming at you that you didn't call her on your birthday.
Yeah.
So obviously the daughter's probably a teenager. Like, that was the age I was getting from just the vibes.
Well, happy birthday to you if you are a toaster. I hope other than that you're having a great day and that you didn't call your mom because you were so busy doing fabulous things because you're having a great day. That's what I hope for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
What else is going on with you? We already promoted our tickets. I was like, wait.
Number of things going on with me. One.
Number of
them. One, finish The Teacher by Frida McFadden.
Plot twist.
Slay all day as she does. The twist, twistin'.
I've never accurately predicted a Frida twist.
No, I know. And because I read half 2 days ago and the rest last night, I had the whole day yesterday to kind of think about what I think is going to happen. And I couldn't. And I don't even like trying to spoil the book. Like, I just want to enjoy the read. So I finished it late last night. It was really good. Highly recommend. Like, I'm back in the reading swing of things. And that's great. That's great. Second.
That is great.
I took 2 days off of my sourdough and everything kind of fell to pieces. But yesterday I fed them. I have 2 jars going of 2 different ratios, and it is clear which one is better.
Is the winner.
So now I know what my ratio should be. I shall feed it today. I need to keep feeding it. It's definitely not like a ready active starter, and so I'm back on my journey. I have some answers, and I feel good about that. And I got like better sourdough starter jars. I was using mason jars, which are good for a beginner, but if you really want to level up, you need a wide mouth jar so you can really mix. And I got them. Which are good for a slob. Yeah, kind of like for a peasant, sure.
Okay, so beginner. So you're saying you're not a beginner. What would you say you are? Intermediary?
No, I'm still a beginner, but like beginner's beginner. Also, me calling you a peasant, like this is literally I'm being
free
a
bread.
No, like I'm being a peasant, right?
No, like you're making your own bread.
Like the aristocrats would never. So.
Never. Do I look bald?
No.
Okay. I'm wearing my hair up and a headband. Like, that's not bald energy.
I can't see the headband. I was wondering how you got it so pulled.
Okay, here's the trick to getting a pulled ponytail. Wear a fucking headband. I can never get a ponytail, like, on top of my head without, seriously, 45 bumps. Seriously. Without 45 bumps.
Yeah, that wouldn't work for me because that headband is not the same color as my hair because I'm saying, like, it looks to be the same color as your hair.
I didn't even realize my brunette privilege.
It's true.
Aye
to zay.
Well, I hope, because I'm getting ready for another day of traversing around this gorgeous town. Yesterday, I was at the park. I couldn't be stopped yesterday. I did Soto Method outside. I went to the park. I took Tromeo. Like, I couldn't be stopped. Like, seriously, you will not catch me answering an email for the remainder of, like, summer has begun. I will do the toast every day, and that's literally it. Like, I can't be held back to the confines of my 9-to-5 job. Like, I can't.
Yeah, well, enjoy the weather.
It's so sick, you guys. We went for a walk today. I'm kind of good at like starting a walking club with my friends. And a lot of them have babies, so I feel like bringing a baby to the park is
that's
like fabulous.
Perfect. And walking.
That's me being a supportive friend.
Walking with babies, that's like half the job.
It's half the job,
just like
right?
Walking.
And then I'm probably going to traverse and find a nice place with an outdoor lunch setup.
Al fresco dining.
So all I'm saying is like, don't look for me today. I'm wearing biker shorts, my Hokas, and I brought a fanny pack. Like, it's over.
Yeah. And now I'm jealous because I was wearing more like athletic clothing this morning for my morning things. And then I ran home and changed and like got fancy for the toast. But now I'm like, why did I do that? I wish I was, because I was literally dressed so similar to you. I was wearing shorts and oversized girly tee.
I wore that yesterday on my walk. I meant to tell you, like, what's the word? Attire? Dress code for the remainder of the season here on the toast, at least for me, is like a biker short. Like, I'm not getting dressed up for the summer. Like, because I'm going to be traversing. Like, I'm going to get like 40,000 steps in a day. Like, you're not going to catch me looking nice on the toast unless I have something important afterwards.
Oh, okay. I don't love that for like both of us, you know?
And then when you come to New York and we end up doing the show together, like same energy.
Oh, I was thinking like Seamlot energy.
Oh my God, we're on different paths. Like, my summer days are going to be spent outside. Like, I'm literally going to like, I want to be so tan. I want my legs to be so strong from all the walking that I'm doing.
I guess I'm just used to like, I do the toast and I immediately change. Like, whatever I'm wearing for the toast that day is not what I'm wearing for the day.
I know. But you toast in your house. I don't. Like, I'm already out.
Yeah, you're already, exactly. So, okay. Different strokes for different folks.
Different seamlas for different sheemlas.
That's us, sheemlas.
So we've got a great show today because last night was part 2 of the Vanderpump reunion. We will be doing an official TV recap at the end of the Fast 5, talking about reunion part 2, which was a little slow.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it. Like, I was really looking forward to it all day. I had my dinner, and then I was like so excited to sit down for the reunion. It had me off my phone, which is always good, and I enjoyed my time with it, so I'm not complaining, you know? Even though,
I could complain about anything. You're just feeling positive today.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, it was something nice to watch. Next week is the one where they're watching the finale together. It's going down.
You're yelling timber.
But my TiVo cut off the preview for next week. So
TiVo.
My recording? What would you
Your
say?
YouTube TV, like, yeah.
Yeah, it cut off the preview for next week, so I don't even know what's in store.
I actually also have YouTube TV, and mine was also cut off. So I saw like the first 5 seconds of Andy being like, none of you have seen this.
And also, my beginning was cut off a little. I didn't get the here's what was on last part. I got the tail end of it.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know what mine was.
Maybe it was just a longer episode, you know?
Perhaps. I also started season 3 of Hacks this week. Such a good show. Although the fatal flaw of it is like, I cannot fucking stand that girl.
Cannot fucking stand.
She is positively dreadful. And I think she's actually doing a good job as an actress. She's meant to be like the worst millennial. Like, there's a roast and Deborah's getting ready for it. And she's like, I mean, roasts are problematic. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, they're funny. She's just like a token, disgruntled energy, like blue-haired millennial. Like,
yeah.
Well, they're not very inclusive. Like, shut up. She's so fucking annoying. I can't stand her. And like, she wears outfits like seriously to bother me. Like, she's walking around in these like big jeans and socks. Like, I can't really explain why her jeans bother me so much, but they're quintessential disgruntled millennial.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, what everyone is talking about right now, I'm not sure if you're going to watch, is Bridgerton.
I am not going to watch.
You're done? You're out?
No,
on
it's not,
Bridgerton?
it's not that I'm done. I seriously, it pains me to say it, but like, I can't. Do you know why?
Part 1. I don't think it's because of this, but this is why I probably won't watch this, because like it's only part 1 of this season and part 2 drops in a few weeks.
No, literally this girl has been doing press for Bridgerton 4 months and has been wearing literally the blood of Jews on her fucking jacket. She wears that big red dumb stupid hand. Literally, oh my God, it bothers me so much. Yes, she's wearing that red pin, which is like Artists for Ceasefire, which is just a bunch of artists who know nothing. And the pin is a red hand. And what is that red hand? Oh, it's from a very famous image of literally a Palestinian terrorist killing 2 Jews and showing his hands up to everyone, being like, look, I have the blood of the Jews on my hand. Fuck her. Fuck Bridgerton. Fuck everyone. I'm not watching.
Didn't know that. Fuck her. Fuck Bridgerton. Fuck everyone. I'm not watching. And no offense, I wasn't interested in her storyline. Okay? I said it.
Oh, she said it.
Like, sorry, but you're not Daphne.
No, I wanted to watch because I love Bridgerton, and like they set the scene, like what's going to happen between these two friends to lovers, and I've heard it's very good.
I was gonna watch because I enjoyed the first 2 seasons, but like I seriously don't give a rip. Like, if I never
Her
know,
character's the worst.
if I never know what happens to her and Colin, I'll be okay.
I ain't watching.
Not watching. Well,
ain't
thanks. It just
watching.
took something off my content plate, and now when people are like, "Why are you talking about Bridgerton?" There you go.
Yeah, no. By the way, I'm literally actively avoiding Bridgerton.
Boycotting.
Yeah, I'm divesting from Bridgerton.
And sanctioning.
Yeah. So eat my ass respectfully, of course. And yeah, I'm not watching it, so sorry.
Respectfully and seriously.
I'm watching Hacks. I'm mourning the loss of young Sheldon. I'm keeping up with Vanderpump
Even
Rules.
though I'm pretty sure, I don't want to smear her, but I'm pretty sure your least fave Swirly was doing least fave things.
Wait, what?
From Hacks. What's the actress's name?
Which one?
The worst one.
Oh, Hannah Einbender.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's like...
But she's Jewish, by the way.
She's like a Jewish voice for peace. In, a capital J, capital V, capital P. Yeah, we all want peace. We all want peace.
Oh my God, hate. Okay, I knew I was right to hate her.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just confirm that I need to... I just need to confirm before I, slander her.
Where did you see these things?
It was just so, I'm reminded that I saw this, but nothing's coming up. Hold on.
Nothing on her Instagram.
Hold on. Hold the phone.
You take it back?
I take it back. I'm not seeing anything.
Okay, take it back.
Yet.
So we can still watch Hacks. By the way, I feel like this season in particular, they are really leaning into like the Joan Rivers. They have said that like, yes, the character is inspired by, but like it's literally Joan. It's all about late night and the show she lost.
Yeah.
That's Joan.
Yeah.
Like, it is.
So there's the Joan biopic we were looking for.
And by the way, it's excellent.
And
like, I'm okay with it.
Have casted anyone better than
Jean Smart. Like, seriously, I fucking love that woman. Like, the show is so good. It brings me so much joy.
It's confusing. I was going to say Gene Hackman because like it's hacks.
Yeah.
But he's the one I feel like vomiting.
And I do sometimes. Like speaking of vomiting, we are going to use our platform today to send well wishes to our little sister Margot.
Satchel
Cratchell, who we adore. You know, she works so hard. She's hustling. She's at a work trip. She's on a flight. She was on the flight last night and she fainted. She's never fainted before in her life. And it's actually, the way she was describing it to us, really scary. She said, I literally just woke up on the floor. I don't even remember the moments leading up to it.
That's so scary.
So we're sending healing wishes, positive energy, and refuah shlema to our sister.
And you snitches always write to her when we say anything about her. So make sure you send that too. To you snitches. Yeah. To you snitches, to send it to the snitch. Yeah. Capital S.
Get well soon.
Refuah Shlema, and now I do think, without further ado, it's time for the stories because I really want to talk about Vanderpump Rules. So, without further ado, it's time for the Fast 5 stories that you need to know so that we can talk about Vanderpump Rules.
And the Fast 5 stories that you need to know so we can talk about Vanderpump Rules are brought to you by GNC. So GLP-1 medications are taking the world by storm, and they are helping many people like myself transform their lives through weight loss. But after going off of those drugs, you are going to need, and this is exactly what happened to me, I used GNC as a resource because I really wanted to keep the weight off and I needed really good snacks, supplements, shakes, and I got them all from GNC. They have such great brands, and their own brand, GNC Total Lean, is my favorite. So I was constantly looking for like protein-filled snacks. I fell in love with Bear Bell bars, which I buy from GNC, using different supplements, but most importantly, protein shakes. They've really, really changed my life. Ben introduced me to them. Like, I hate to give him the credit. But it's true. And I love the GNC Total Lean shakes. They have 25 grams of protein, 170 calories. I have 1 to 2 every single day. Sometimes I drink them on the toast, you guys can see. I love the cookies and cream flavor, but they have flavors for like all different. Some people are into vanilla. Like, it's so personal. GLP-1 can also slow down your digestion. So if you're currently still on a GLP-1, it's very common to be constipated. So plenty of water and exercise is the go-to solution. Sometimes it's not enough. And a fiber supplement is something that you're going to need. When I was on GLP-1, I took fiber supplements the entire time. Adding a digestive enzyme supplement can also help you break down your food. So heading over to GNC and getting all the supplies you can need on GLP-1, post GLP-1 is the right thing to do. Find the high-quality gut health supplements that you need at GNC. Plus, get 25% off hunger-satisfying snacks from GNC Total Lean when you use code TOAST25 at gnc.com/toast. Today's episode is also brought to you by Court Furniture Rental. With Court Furniture Rental, you can get the furniture and services that you need to help make every life transition as seamless as possible. So whether you're making a short-term, long-distance move, relocating, starting a new chapter, or you simply don't want to be tied down to owning furniture, Court has a solution just for you. They are a furniture rental company. The way that you live, you know, some people just aren't into the whole material items thing, and owning anything, especially furniture, can also be a burden sometimes, especially if you travel a lot or you're just one of those people who can like pick up and move. Court makes it easy to furnish a space quickly and on your own terms. They have white glove delivery, setup, and assembly, plus they'll pick it all up when you're on to your next move. With Court, you can rent the furniture you need when you need it, and their expert design team is here to make your move as easy as possible. Select one of Court's move-in ready packages and receive free professional styling to ensure your home fits your needs. You'll give them a few details about your space and they'll literally do the rest. Their white glove delivery is included, even down to packing it all up when it's time to go. I first heard about Court Furniture Rental and I was like, oh my God, that's genius. Because like, even if you're somebody who doesn't like move a lot or travel a lot, when you move from apartment to apartment, every apartment is so different, especially in New York. Like, you literally end up having to like get rid of and get new stuff for your new apartment. So build your own furniture rental package today at court.com/podcast. That's CORT.com/podcast, court.com/PODCAST, court.com/podcast. Today's episode is also brought to you by the Game Time app. Game Time, it makes getting tickets for concerts and events faster and easier, even if you don't buy tickets right away. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer it gets to showtime. They've got killer last minute deals. They have all in pricing, views from your seats, and their lowest price guaranteed. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying concert tickets. So what's so great about Game Time is it's really the place for last minute deals. You can save up to 60% off when you buy last minute tickets for sports, concerts, comedy, theater, and more. They've got flash deals, zone deals. They also showcase all-in pricing. So you can toggle this feature. It'll show the total up front. So that by the time you check out, it's not like triple the amount. You're actually seeing what you're paying on the first page. You can also get panoramic views from your seat in the app before you buy. They have the lowest price guaranteed. So their Game Time guarantee will credit you 110% of the difference if you find the tickets for less. And they have ticket coverage, so your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry, which we love. So you can take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time, whether you're looking for, sports, comedy, theater. Always having the Game Time app downloaded on your phone is just a great thing to have, whether you're traveling in a new city or you live in a place like I do, where there's fabulous tings going on at all time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code TOAST for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code TOAST for $20 off, only when you download the Game Time app. Terms apply. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price.
Guaranteed.
That's right.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Our first story, something that's becoming a bit of a pattern, and it's not a good one, for Kelly Rowland, who was spotted scolding a security guard on the Cannes Film Festival red carpet. Do you see this video?
Oh my God, no.
You didn't see this?
No, I didn't. And I see everything.
Especially if I saw it.
No, literally. And by the way, because this is something that would come across my desk, this is a developing story.
Yes.
By the way, Daily Mail is saying it was an assistant. Well, it's both bad.
It was a working person on the carpet in a suit, a woman. And
ooh, look at that finger.
Yeah, watch. There's a video that's going viral of her clearly speaking harshly to someone working on the Cannes Film Festival red carpet.
Yikes.
Yeah. So a report from Page Six has come out. Kelly Rowland scolded a Cannes Film Festival security guard because the security guard was becoming too, quote, aggressive. And the singer, quote, doesn't care if she's coming off as a diva. The Destiny's Child alum had been attending the premiere of the French film Marcelo Mio on Tuesday when a female guard held up her arm to guide Rowland up the famed red steps. The gesture didn't appear to sit well with Kelly Rowland, who scolded and held up her left index finger to admonish the woman in front of everyone. And now an insider has claimed to the Daily Mail that the performer had it with the staff on the carpet. An insider says the people who are assigned to help stars walk the carpet were being aggressive, and Kelly was trying to ignore it. By the time she got to the last woman, she had it because she scolded Kelly and told her to move when she was trying to wave to fans and help the paparazzi get their shot. The source added that the actress wanted to set a clear boundary with the security staffer. The source said she doesn't care if she comes across like a diva if she knows that she is advocating for herself. She isn't fake.
Oh my God. So I'm watching it. By the way, it's a lot of annoying people.
Yeah.
This one, the people are definitely being annoying, but obviously it's their job and they know. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just want to say, hands down, this woman was being incredibly annoying, but this woman was literally doing her job, and there was another guy doing it with her. But Kelly Rowland is literally standing in front of thousands of people,
media,
camera, right? The world media, and so for her to act like that in public, dead ass, I can only imagine what a nightmare she is behind the scenes. I'm sorry, once can be explained away.
And
twice in a couple of months.
Heels of that GMA thing, and the dressing room wasn't nice enough, and Cannes literally is one of the biggest red carpets and stages in the world, the biggest.
And they've got it down to a science. You're gonna get your picture. Don't worry.
No, and the biggest people come through there.
Yeah,
and they can find a way to not yell at people. I'm sure it's frustrating, but I'm sure the people working the event I'm sure it takes a lot to put on this carpet.
No. By the way, we can say however many times or however many different ways, those people were being annoying. They were doing their job, and at the end of the day, even if they were, let's say they were doing their job incorrectly. In no world are you as a grown woman allowed to talk to another person like that. Seriously, who the fuck do you think you are? Seriously, calm down.
Yeah. I mean, this, as far as a PR spin goes, I think this is an interesting take.
A good one.
To say she doesn't care if she comes across like a diva if she knows that she's advocating for herself. And I feel like advocating for yourself
that's literally gaslighting.
I know. Typically we're yeah, advocate for yourself. But now it's but also don't be rude to others. So these are conflicting.
No, also throwing in she's trying to say hi to the fans, makes her look like a woman of the people. It's kind of a brilliantly crafted statement.
No, and she's helping the paparazzi get their shot.
Right. As if they've ever needed help.
And as if they didn't get it. It's literally a 0.5 second thing.
as if it isn't their literal job, and you're literally one of 100 famous people on that carpet, and not to be rude, you're literally like not even the most famous one there.
Not by a mile.
And like, did you see that insane video of Anya Taylor-Joy in Cannes?
No.
For some reason, she's like walking the streets with no security, and like one person is with her, and this person is so ill-equipped for what happens. She's wearing this enormous hat, like seriously, it's like 12 feet wide. And the paparazzi, like seriously, are inches from her, and she's just like walking down the street trying to get to her car, and she remains so, like seriously, I would have punched someone in the fucking throat. She remains so calm, and actually to the point where she looked scared, like it was scary.
Let me try and go see it.
Like people in like the media in Cannes are obviously nutty, is the point I'm trying to make. But this is like, that was on the streets, like in lawlessness. The red carpet is an extremely organized event. This isn't the first Cannes Film Festival to ever happen. It's not going to be the last. I'm sure they've got it down to a science. So I'm sorry. I'm not going to make and I like love Kelly Rowland, and you know, I love to make excuses for people that I like, but there's really no excuse to talk to somebody like that. Like seriously, it's so rude and like demeaning.
Yeah.
When this person's literally just doing their
Especially
job.
like talk about a power imbalance, you know?
Right. No, and like she didn't put her hands on Kelly. She was just like gesturing and being fucking annoying for sure. But seriously, you can't talk to people like that. It's really rude.
Yeah. So
like the jury's out on whether Kelly Rowland like is this like nasty diva, but all signs are pointing to yeah. Like how many pieces of evidence do we need?
Right. And it's not
But
even
I'm still
like,
holding out like a tiny bit of hope.
And it's not even like the source is saying is not denying it. I mean, what can you deny? We saw the video, but like there could have been a spin. This is just being like, yeah, she did that shit. What are you gonna do about it? She has boundaries. And that's another thing, like boundaries. We typically want boundaries.
No. To use therapy talk in your defense is brilliant. Like, what are we going to say? Yeah, you shouldn't advocate for yourself. Like, you should. But yelling at someone who's trying to help you isn't
not
advocacy.
Advocating for yourself. But no, it's a pretty good spin.
No, the next time like I get backlash, I'm going to say, listen, I'm putting out my boundaries and I'm advocating for myself. And seriously, like, yeah.
Period. Seriously.
Period.
No, but that's like when everyone said you said seriously too much. You're advocating for yourself in a serious manner. Like, who are you to
thank you
look down at that?
I just feel like the more buzzy therapy words you have in your statement, the less likely you are to get backlash. Like, she really kind of did, what's the word I'm looking for? Detonate like a little bit. Was that the word?
Yeah.
No, not detonate. What's opposite?
Diffuse.
Yeah, she diffused the bomb a little bit. We were all about to be like, and I'm like, wait, she's setting boundaries.
She's setting boundaries.
Oh, well, you didn't say you were setting boundaries.
Yeah. So
Maybe
funny.
you did.
So funny.
So funny. It's almost as if that lady working at the Cannes Film Festival was also setting boundaries. She was like, Kelly,
She
you're
was
supposed
the
to be over here.
actual boundary. But it's also like if you don't want people in your space and people surrounding you and like you want to set boundaries, like maybe don't walk like the biggest
Stay
red
home.
carpet in the world. Stay home in front of thousands of cameras and adoring fans and people. Like,
Yeah.
set your boundaries and stay home.
Yeah, no, like sounds like
No one can violate your boundaries if you're just home alone by yourself.
Also, nobody can violate your boundaries if you're boundless, which I kind of am.
Yeah, I feel like I have a couple boundaries.
Yeah, mine is like kind of my Goodreads, and that's it. My Goodreads is gonna stay private, and I hear the cries of my adoring fans. Turdy, we need to know what you're reading. I don't know what about it. Having a public Goodreads like actually made me feel uncomfortable.
Okay, she set in boundaries. She's advocating for herself, and we actually talked about this on the Patreon episode that dropped yesterday. Claudia and I just did like a little podcast episode, general Q&A on our Patreon. People ask us questions, we answer them. Not from
As
the bath.
honestly as we could.
Not from the bath.
Not from the bath, but that would be a fun segment.
One day. Are you ready for our next story? A little more Kelly news.
Clarkson?
No, actually.
Brienne?
No.
Kelly Pickler?
No.
Kelly Catrone?
No.
Kelly Teller?
No.
Fuck. Kelly...
Like this person is so...
Ripa?
No, but that's a really good guess. This person is actually not a Kelly now that I think about it. Like her name is Kelly, but she doesn't have that Kelly energy.
Oh, but it's a her. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Kelly... Okay, I don't know. It's really bothering me.
Kelly Osbourne.
In the sense that,
In the sense that Kelly Osbourne is dismissing and talking about her former Fashion Police co-host Giuliana Rancic. In a most recent episode of her family's podcast, the Osbournes podcast, they talk about Giuliana. So
Giuliana,
I drink a lot of water. So they mentioned Giuliana on the show, and her brother said, I have not seen anything from Giuliana in a very long time. To which Kelly replied that she wouldn't know because as far as I'm concerned, she doesn't exist.
Ooh.
Yeah. She said, 1 second. She said, we don't need to give her fucking anything about Giuliana Rancic. They were just like talking about her and the ordeal with Zendaya from back in the day. That like
patchouli oil.
That ended the show, Fashion Police. That was just like...
The way Fashion Police went down in like a blaze of disglory. And how that was after Joan ended, right? So like nobody really even cared anymore. Did I say after Joan ended? After Joan died, excuse me.
Yeah.
And then like Melissa sat in and it's like, please. And like where in the world is George Katsiopolis? And the fact that there's literally a man named George Katsiopolis and George Stephanopoulos and they both work in media is like crazy to me.
I guess you're right.
So, and they kind of look alike. They're like short Greek brunette men. George Stephanopoulos is
like news.
Yeah, and I actually recently got a manicure.
ABC.
I sat next to him. Did I say that story on the toast?
No, that's like something you would have shared with us.
Yeah, I got a manicure, and I was like 90% sure it was him. Like, and then I posted. I think I said on my Instagram. No, I said on my Instagram. I was like, I think I just got a manicure next to George Stephanopoulos, and somebody DM'd me. She's like, yeah, I'm a PA at whatever show, and he does get manicures, and he does. She happens to like know where I live, but I got confirmation.
Got it.
And then Katsiopolis
is like an entertainment reporter, fashion swirly.
Like I don't even think he was an entertainment reporter. I think he was like a stylist with a good personality. That was a great cast. Like we hadn't really heard of him, but he obviously had insider like info, and he was like a
he's
swindler.
An expert. Not you need a mix.
But I don't think he like went on to do more media stuff.
Would you know if he did?
Right. So,
but anyways, let me get to the story. So Kelly Osbourne dismissed Giuliana as irrelevant in her family's podcast. She said, we don't need to give her fucking anything after Sharon Osbourne mentioned Giuliana. Kelly's brother Jack and their father Ozzy recalled when Kelly was wrongly accused of making the quote fucking racist comment about Zendaya's hair on the E! Talk show.
Giuliana said it.
Giuliana said it, but then Zendaya was like, Kelly was like accused. People got confused and thought it was Kelly. I guess Kelly got some of the backlash splashed onto her. When in reality it was Giuliana who said that Zendaya hair
looked like she smelled like patchouli
oil and weed.
Oh.
Yes.
That's a fucking crazy thing to say.
Right. So then Jack said he hasn't seen anything from her in a long time, to which Kelly replied she wouldn't know. As far as I'm concerned, she doesn't exist. Zendaya had condemned the comment at the time, as did Kelly, but like clearly Kelly and Giuliana do not speak.
Never worked past it.
Bad blood. But that's actually kind of surprising from Kelly that she would not be able to like give grace and forgive and move on from the situation when like what she said
was worse.
Who's going to be cleaning your toilets? Donald Trump.
Donald Trump? Yeah, was worse.
And so she knows what it's like to like feel, to try and say something and feel misunderstood.
And if you kick every Latino out of this country, then who's going to clean your toilets, Donald Trump? Oh, no, that's not. I mean, in the sense that, seriously?
So there must be like other stuff. I mean, at least I hope, because like if she's really holding on to that when she's been on that
in that position
and like knows her heart. So there has to be other stuff where like she thinks she knows Giuliana's heart and she's like, that's not someone I want to associate with outside of that one comment. Because to end things like over one comment when she literally knows how it feels.
Yeah.
To say something and not mean it that way, but it comes off that way.
I also recently did go on a Giuliana Rancic stalk. She seems to be doing well. You know, she's got her restaurants that are super, super popular. She's like a chain of steakhouses, Italian something, in Chicago that are super pops. I think she also does QVC. And her and Bill are just, empire building, family building. And I think they live a nice, quiet life.
Good. Also, what was I going to say about Miss Kelly O?
So funny. You're right. She's not a Kelly.
No.
Not in the sense that, Clarkson, Ripa, and Teller are.
Right, exactly. So also to say, like, the Osbourne family has a podcast.
Right. That's good to know.
If you wanted to go listen.
I didn't, but thank you.
Are you ready for our next story?
I am.
Some of your least favorite news.
Food?
DUI. Don't say that about food.
Oh, yeah.
Southern Charm alum Kathryn Dennis has been arrested and charged with a DUI. Kathryn Dennis was arrested in South Carolina and charged with driving under the influence. The former Southern Charm star was stopped by the Goose Creek Police Department in Berkeley, South Carolina, just after 10 p.m. local time, and issued a traffic ticket on May 20th, according to a police report obtained by People. She was charged with a DUI for the transport of alcohol that had been opened per police. One of the responding officers told a colleague that Dennis was possibly impaired upon stopping her, and another officer wrote in the report that she had glossy eyes. Do they mean glassy? I guess both work. Glossy eyes and an odor of alcohol coming from her. She was then arrested for driving under the influence. She's scheduled to appear in court on June 4th. Yikes bikes.
Yikes bikes.
Yikes bikes. Should have drove a bike.
Should have driven anything else. No, like, sorry, I have no choice but to hate. And also, the fact that, this is a person who's really struggled custody-wise, this does not bode well for whatever case. It's always ongoing. I feel like Thomas is always trying to screw her. And now he has, like, a legitimate legal leg to stand on. And I mean this in the most unironic way. Do better.
Yeah, I was just looking at her Instagram the other day because she posted, like, a cute photo and with her son and her brother, and her son, like, is just so big now. And I was just like, oh, wow. Things are going well for Kathryn, but things are not.
No, you jinxed it. Not to blame you.
No, I didn't say it though. I just like thought it, and I enjoyed their photo and I moved on. And I'm sad to see this. I've always ridden for Kathryn.
I know you have, but you have to officially unmount the horse.
I can hold my faves accountable. So not good. Agreed.
Really disappointing.
In the custody situation, especially because like in the early days of the custody situation, like her drinking was the issue. She had to go to rehab and she had to stay sober. And so for then it to become a pattern does not look good for her, nor is it good. It doesn't look good and it isn't good.
And Thomas isn't the type to like let it go. He's going to use this to his advantage. He's like a litigious prick.
Yeah.
But actually, and I know they're like, seriously, he's a horrible person too, but it's like, where would the kids seriously be better off if she's drinking and driving?
Yeah.
But he's also a freak who like fucking dates like 11-year-olds. I don't know.
No, and he's like, there's a lot of allegations. He's never been like held to court in anything, so you just can't like swing him.
It.
But the nanny, there was bad stuff.
Yeah, there was very bad stuff.
So yeah, do better. For real.
No, like seriously, like I hope you're listening and unironically learning.
Mm-hmm. Are you ready for our next story? Which is a bit of fashion news, number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Anne Hathaway paired a Gap shirt dress with millions of dollars in Bulgari diamonds?
Not me missing like all the stories today. Usually when you're like, did you see? I saw it 2 days ago.
Oh, and I saw this a couple times before. I was like, you know what? This is pretty fabulous and I'm choosing it.
Okay, I'm looking.
She was at a Bulgari jewelry event in Rome on Monday, and she stepped out in a glamorous white shirt dress from Gap. She looked unreal, and it's just ironic she's also wearing millions of dollars in jewelry.
Okay, I was like looking for these photos, and I'm like scrolling through pictures. I'm like, okay, this is obviously not it, not in the white dress. I thought you wore like a Gap sweatshirt.
No. Like it's
like with the GAP on it.
It's a summer dress from Gap. It's a custom creation by Zach Posen, Gap's recently appointed creative director and executive vice president.
I didn't know that, by the way.
Me neither, but this is a great advertisement. I love this dress.
I mean, she looks sick. She's had such an interesting transition over the last couple of years. Like, obviously, there was a time when she was like so hated and like people just thought she was so annoying. And then, she's come out of that, which is super impressive. But like how she also came out of it as like the it girl of fashion.
Yeah.
Was she at the Met Gala?
I don't think this year.
That's so weird because she's so fashion-y.
Yeah.
But no, I think you're right. I don't.
If she was, I don't remember.
No, the last time she was, I think, was last year, where she wore that Versace dress with like all the pins in it.
Yeah, she looked amazing.
She did look amazing. I wonder why she wasn't there this year because she's like doing promo and like a lot of things. Like,
yeah, she is. Well, maybe she was just like busy in Roma.
in Roma. She's like never in America. Does anybody else feel that? Anytime I see a picture of Anne Hathaway, she's in like a European city.
Yeah. It's true. I feel like she like emerges and she's everywhere for a second, but then she kind of hibernates. And I feel like
she's a good work-life balance.
She has like a lot of peace in her life, I feel.
I think so
and
too.
And when she's not out there, like we don't think about her, we don't talk to her, we don't say like, where is she? She's kind of left alone. She's carved out a nice place for herself.
Yeah, and like when it comes to her personal life, I know she's like married with X amount of kids. I don't know her kids' names. I don't know how many she has. I don't know the name of her husband. I actually agree. I think she has like a private life.
Beautiful.
While also being like incredibly famous.
And successful.
And I think like getting all that hate taught her that like the things that are actually important to her, like her kids and her husband, like she doesn't want them to be a part of that.
No, but like literally she's not been in anything, maybe one or two things. I'll go to her IMDb. That's flopped. Like she knows how to pick them, and she's a great actress, so it doesn't flop because she's like holding it down.
Yeah, Les Mis, The Idea of You, Devil Wears Prada, Princess Diaries.
The Intern, our favorite movie, Bride Wars.
So good.
I'm sorry, there's one flop in here.
What?
The Hustle with Rebel Wilson. Did you ever see it?
No, I didn't. But I feel like that was actually like a bad time in her career.
That was a really...
Oh, I'm sorry. I did see it.
It was so bad.
Yep.
It was offensively bad.
Yep.
Princess Diaries, did you say that?
Yep.
Brokeback Mountain. Didn't know she was in that. Have you ever seen it?
Oh my God, yes. Okay, I saw it for the first time recently. Not recently, like during COVID. I was like, I've never seen Brokeback Mountain, and I call myself an ally. Jackie, it was so fucking good.
Really?
It was so good.
Well, that makes sense. It like won so many awards.
No, and I know like for like gay men, like that scene where they're like fucking in the tent is like it was like a coming out moment for like so many guys like realized they were gay. And like I got it. Like the movie was incredible, by the way. And it was so sad. Oh my God. Like just these two gay cowboys who like couldn't and wouldn't, like they would not live that life. Like, and so Anne Hathaway plays one of their wives. I forget which one. I think she's Heath Ledger's wife. And so they go like, literally they like fall in love once. I forget where they meet. And then every year they take a fishing trip. And they're like, I'm going fishing with my buddy. And it's like this gay thing.
And they're
like,
fucking.
And then, can I spoil it for you?
Well, sure, because I probably won't watch it, but you've made it. I do want to, but spoil it. Go ahead.
And at the end of the movie, like Jake Gyllenhaal, it's 15 years go by. And on the 15th camping trip, he's like, I can't fucking do this anymore. Like, I'm gay. I love you. And like, let's go be gay. And I know it'll be hard. And like, we'll get beat up, but it'll be worth it. And Heath Ledger's like, fuck no, we are not like being gay. And so,
what time period is it set in?
That's a good...
Is it
like
a period piece?
No, it's not a period piece, but it's not current. I feel like it's like
1963. Okay.
Oh wow. Okay, that was later.
That's like technically a period piece.
Yeah, I guess it is. So after this fishing trip, Jake Gyllenhaal's like, "Listen, if you won't be with me, like we're not doing this anymore. I'm out." And Heath Ledger's like, "Fine, you're out. Bye." Heath Ledger's just like really toxically closeted. Like it's like kind of like a, you know, like one of those guys who like, you know, beats up gays but is also gay, you know?
Like that guy from Glee.
Exactly. But I don't think in the movie Heath Ledger beats anyone up. He kind of minds his own business. But so he goes back to his wife, Anne Hathaway, and she knows because they're getting messy. She's helping him pack up his things. He comes back from the fishing thing. She takes a box of tackle back. It hasn't even been touched. Then the next year, Jake Gyllenhaal comes to pick him up, and they're getting sloppy. They're kissing in the dumpster. Like she sees it. So he comes back, and then Jake Gyllenhaal, you know, goes on his merry way. And Heath Ledger's like living in regret. He's like so upset. And I think he goes to find Jake Gyllenhaal and tell him the truth. But at that point, Jake Gyllenhaal has left his wife, is living the gay life, and gets killed. And it's too late for them. And Heath Ledger's just crying. It was very powerful.
Wow.
Oh, and they meet because they both get this like weird job being like park rangers or something. And they have to like watch, they're sheepmen. They have to like watch the sheep so that the sheep don't disappear. But then there's this one scene where they get kind of carried away and start fucking, and they stop looking after the sheep, and the sheep like
run amok.
The sheep run amok. They're herders, right? You have to keep the sheep in a herd. It's an amazing movie.
Wow, it sounds really good.
I forgot Anne Hathaway was in it because let's be real, it's so not about her.
Yeah. Maybe I will watch it once enough time has passed and I forgot your recap.
Yeah, because I did just like spoil it because I had no idea. And then when Heath Ledger goes to find Jake Gyllenhaal and he's literally dead, I'm like, you're kidding.
Yeah.
It was giving, you know, right person, wrong time.
Yeah, it's to say the least.
Yeah.
Well, she was also in Ella Enchanted, a classic.
Like I said, the queen doesn't flop.
Ocean's 8. Where did we all land on that as a society?
You and I saw it together in theaters, right? I know I saw it in the theater.
I know I saw it in theaters. So yeah, maybe we were next to each other. I liked it.
I enjoyed it. And I think as a society, it was done right. Like if you're going to do a man's thing as a woman, like you can't fuck it up. Like, because then they'll be like, this is why women shouldn't do things. So don't do something unless you're going to make it amazing. And that movie was incredible.
For sure. But don't they do that all the time? Like Madam Web?
Yeah, no. And it's seriously, it's bad for women.
Yeah, no, but I feel like I really enjoyed the movie, and then it actually got me watching other Ocean's movies, and I'm like, oh, this is a good franchise. You guys have a nice thing going on here.
I think that another good example of doing it was like Wonder Woman. I don't think there had ever been a female-led Marvel DC, and that one blew everyone's out of the water. It was like actually a good movie. It was nominated for an Oscar, I think, and it broke all the records, and people loved it, 1 and 2. So yeah, then they got a bunch of girlies who were never watching DC and Marvel into that sort of shit.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna join like a man's space as a woman, you gotta crush it. And if not, seriously, it's bad for women.
Agreed. And then Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. How did that do?
Crushed on the heels of Wonder Woman.
Great, Elizabeth Zott.
And Wonder Woman was also directed by a woman. So they put their whole, for lack of a better word, pussy into it and crushed it.
Yeah, even though you've never seen Wonder Woman.
No, but I know the cultural impact. I really need to see it.
You should see it. I think you would like it. It's historical fiction.
Oh, yeah.
It's your time period, too.
I'm on it.
Yeah. Our fifth and final story, a little content news.
Is it a little content news that's brought to you by NurX, perchance?
Perchance it is.
NurX is a digital healthcare platform that makes it easy to get the expert healthcare that you deserve at every step of your journey. So we know that every body is different. NurX provides treatment and care that's personalized to you. Through life's changes and transitions, NurX is here to help you make informed choices about your health with care offerings like birth control, anti-aging prescription skincare, and treatment for common mental health concerns. They're all tailored to your unique health history and goals. So NurX are experts that are here to help. Their licensed medical providers possess in-depth knowledge and expertise in a range of common health concerns, helping patients find the right treatment options based on their preference and health history. So there's no more one-size-fits-all approaches. It's only effective, tailor-made solutions, and they have comprehensive treatment options specific for women, so they can receive ongoing high-quality integrated care all in one place. So be your own best advocate. Women can count on NurX to provide transparency and resources to make their informed decisions about their health. So when it comes to birth control, taking care of your reproductive health starts with NurX. Their team of experts is here to help with a wide range of reproductive and sexual healthcare needs. To date, NurX has delivered birth control to more than 1.6 million patients in the U.S. It is convenient, private, and compassionate, and you've got options with NurX. They offer more than 50 birth control formulas, including options for the pill, patch, or ring. They will work with you to help find the best treatment for your needs. Thanks to NurX for sponsoring this podcast. Taking control of your health starts here. Go to nurx.com/toast to get started. That's nurx.com/TOAST. Results may vary. It's not offered in every state. Medications prescribed only if clinically appropriate. Consultation required. nurx.com/toast. Today's episode is also brought to you by Honeylove. Honeylove is a brand that we personally love and use. I love their shapewear. I think that, with summertime coming up, we've all got like dresses to wear, places to be, jumpsuits to throw on, and having the right undergarments is of the utmost importance. Summer approaching fast. We are thankful for today's sponsor, Honeylove, covering us with the best shapewear. With Honeylove, you can feel your best even when you're wearing less. They've revolutionized compression technology so that you no longer have to feel like you're suffocating while wearing effective shapewear. Plus, they're the only shapewear that won't ever roll down no matter how much you groove or dance on the dance floor. Honeylove shapewear features lingerie-inspired design details that you'll want to show off, and it is made with breathable fabrics that'll keep you nice and cool. For a limited time only, you can get Honeylove on sale. Get 20% off your entire order with the exclusive link of honeylove.com/toast. You'll be able to support the toast and then check them out for yourself at honeylove.com/toast. You'll feel comfortable. You'll feel confident this summer in Honeylove's best-selling Super Power Short. The Super Power Short smooth, shapes, and lifts, giving you a flawless silhouette under any outfit. Struggling to take off a tight piece of shapewear in a bathroom is just really a traumatizing sort of canon event for any woman. The Super Power Short has 100% cotton gusset, so you can skip the extra undies. Plus, it has the convenient opening in the panty area for super easy bathroom, no costume change required. Treat yourself to the best bras and shapewear on the market and save 20% off at honeylove.com/toast. Using our exclusive link will get you 20% off. That's honeylove.com/toast. And after you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about us, where you heard about Honeylove, and please support the toast by telling them that we sent you. The summer vibes are just getting started thanks to Honeylove. Shape your life with Honeylove.
Thank you, La.
You're welcome.
Our fifth and final story, a little content news. Nicole Brown's Simpson sisters are revealing why they're finally sharing her story in a new documentary.
Okay.
So in an upcoming Lifetime documentary series based on the life and violent death of Nicole Brown Simpson, her three sisters are sharing her story. On June 12th, her sisters will mark the 30th anniversary of the brutal 1994 murder of Nicole, a woman better known for her tumultuous marriage to football superstar O.J. Simpson, and the gruesome way her life ended rather than for how beautifully they say it was lived. The Life and Murder of Nicole Brown Simpson, which will air on June 1st and 2nd, features interviews with 50 people, including Nicole's sisters and other family members and friends, as well as never before seen footage of her. Other anniversaries just didn't feel right, they said, but we decided 30 years was probably the best and last time to hear her voice and tell her story.
Also, I think like in the last couple of years, there have been so many with OJ, like getting out of prison and then dying. Like it's been spoken about a lot. And there was the Ryan Murphy. And I feel like it probably is enormously frustrating for like the biggest tragedy in your life to become like entertainment for people. People watch like a scripted show, a documentary. There's been many documentaries. But then also it just kind of became like a joke in culture, you know? And you forget like these are people and they have families who still are here. And for Nicole's side, from like, I feel like a lot of times when there's documentaries and they're done right, it's told from the perspective of the victim. And the victim kind of gets like a light shown on them, like what their life was like before and justice. And I feel like we never really got that for Nicole. It's just sort of become like a joke.
About like the trial and about like her last days, not her entire life.
And we certainly never got that for Ron Goldman.
Right.
Because he was sort of like an ancillary. He wasn't famous. You know, Nicole was the one married and Nicole was the one friends with Kris Jenner and Nicole was one. And where's the justice for Ron Goldman and his family?
Yeah. I wonder if Kris and like Faye will be in this. I feel like they would be if there's 30 family and friends, like and they're her closest friends. And it's put on by the sisters, so it's friendly.
Yeah. It would definitely be crazy if Kris Jenner was in it. But yeah, Kris testified for her.
Yeah, like why wouldn't she be in it, especially if the sisters like are asking her friends.
Yeah.
So June 1st and 2nd on Lifetime.
And I feel like the girls, the Kardashian girls have maintained over the years that they're like friendly with Nicole's family. And that's why they're always like hesitant to like ever speak out and be disrespectful.
Yeah. And the kids.
Yeah, and the kids. So I would love to hear from, I wonder what the kids like thoughts are. Like,
yeah.
do the kids think that OJ did it?
I don't know. And that's also like until, 2 weeks ago, it was like their one living parent.
Right.
I don't know.
Did OJ ever see them at post-prison? Like, would we even know that?
I'm sure I feel like we would know. He was like pretty public, like always like tweeting and stuff.
Yeah, no, like videoing himself from the golf course, like talking about his thoughts and feelings.
Yeah.
He was kind of an influencer.
A content creator.
A content creator, yeah, because he had no influence.
Speaking of content in that world, like where's Lamar's and Caitlin's podcast? I'm waiting
Keeping
for
Up
it.
with Sports.
Keeping Up with Sports. Where is it?
Maybe it came out and like is making no waves.
There's no way. You know that they would have said something like newsworthy in their
Keeping
first
Up with
episode.
Sports.
Like this sort of lead time for a podcast is unacceptable.
Disgraceful. Okay, so the show is up on, they released a sizzle in March.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
People always ask us like our advice for starting a podcast, and it's like, just start. Like, don't announce it. Don't make a big party. Don't make it a big deal. Like, you have to start. And
no, this doesn't bode well.
This is a testament to that. I'm losing my patience keeping up with sports.
This doesn't bode well. And a minute long sizzle and then nothing else.
That's like seriously one of my favorite stories. You know how at the end of the year we do like our top 5 favorite stories of the year?
Are you putting that one in?
Like that's how I feel about it right now. Like it makes me laugh so hard.
Okay, that's so funny. One of my top favorite stories is like the fact that this year Kelly Osbourne, and maybe it's just because it's top of mind, she like actually spoke about like her viral moment, and the viral moment like got an even bigger platform this year. That probably would be in my top 5.
No, my top 5 would just be that moment still. Like,
of course.
Like it'll be like the story of the year for eternity.
The story of every year.
The story of every year. Also, one of your stories of the year at this junction would be the Dublin portal.
Yes, that's my Roman Empire.
Yeah, you love the Dublin portal.
I love more what the Dublin portal stands for and like what we can learn about society if we extrapolate and sort of, look at the portal at a glance.
And what does it say to you?
This is why we can't have nice things. People are seriously like the worst, like just awful. I have no faith in humanity. And we're all collectively, not we, because I don't like associate myself or really relate to the people around me, but the people around me, like, you're disgusting.
Yeah. And what do you think about the portal in general? Like the interconnectivity and the connecting of
like stupid and sweet. Like it was supposed to be nice. It was supposed to be nice.
Yeah.
Should we dive into the TV recap? Part 2 of the Vanderpump Rules reunion aired last night.
I would love to.
So part 2 of the Vanderpump Rules reunion aired last night. We got Allie and Joe.
Yes.
And I just want to say, like, Joe, like, makes me cry. And by the way, her and Tom Schwartz are quite literally perfect for each other. He's such a dick. And the way he, like, wouldn't even acknowledge, like, what happened between them, like, was a relationship. And, like, just throw her a bone. Like, you're in a new relationship. Just call her your girlfriend. Like, call her what she was.
That segment was so chaotic. She can't.
Oh, my God. Everybody talking. Like, shut up.
Everybody talking on top of each other. But even when just Tom and Joe were talking, like, they were talking on top of each other, saying half sentences. Like, she can't be on the show because, like, she doesn't know how to, like, talk on TV, which not most people don't know, but like it was infuriating to watch. And then Lisa's chiming in and Lala's chiming in. I'm like, there are 4 people talking. And Andy, I couldn't make any. Thank God I was watching with subtitles.
And thank God they put subtitles when people were talking over.
Right, but I'm glad I had my own too because I needed them twice.
Can I ask you a question? Mm-hmm. Because I know you like ride hard for Lala, and like when it comes to like the arguments she was making, like I saw her side, but did you feel like she was being really annoying? Like chatting when it wasn't about her, like with Joe and Tom, like she just kept. Part of the reason why there was chaos, people talking over each other, you could count 10 out of 10 Lala was gonna be one of the people talking over someone.
Oh, for sure. And maybe if it was someone else it would have bothered me, but in that moment, like Lala was saying and asking the things that were literally coming out of my mouth, like
by the way, Lala was being Andy. Lala was being Andy at one point.
Andy, but it was like when, why, how, like they were making no sense. They needed a translator, and I felt like she was the voice of the people, at the very least my voice, because I did not know what they were saying, and neither did she.
No, I found it immensely frustrating to watch, and like at one point I had no idea what was going on. Yeah,
I think by the end of it, what my issue was, like they would talk about, you know, it was 2 weeks until they started having sex. Like when? This season or last season? Like when was any of this?
And I guess like last season at the reunion when they were like arguing about Joe, he was secretly dating her then?
Right. And then he was also secretly dating her at the beginning of this season. So they were literally secretly dating for like 6 months. That's a long time. Like, I'm still confused on the timeline.
I just felt like Joe is just a person who can't communicate. And this group of people, like, especially if you have a strong personality like Katie, like they just ate her alive. I felt so bad. Like when she just started crying, Ben was watching too. And Ben doesn't like know everything. He just saw like what on the surface is like, this person with a really strong personality who's like really angry, taking all of that anger out on Joe. Like it was so sad. And in that relationship, like I just really like I have a lot of sympathy for Joe. And yes, Katie and Joe would never be friends.
Yeah, no, the thing is in that situation, like Katie's 100% right. Like this girl like moved shadily, moved in on her husband, slept in his spare bedroom when they barely knew each other, and then started having sex 2 weeks later. Like that's not someone who was, you really can't be like that dumb to think that like that just happens. Yeah. You don't like literally fall into someone's lap. However, it's unfortunate for Katie that she is like the worst possible adversary because she's so weak and she's so sad and so pathetic.
Katie just comes off looking like a villain.
Katie just comes off looking really bad, even though like she's right in her anger.
I want to say I thought like the person who had the best showing last night was Ariana. Because people had like issues with her. She had a confrontation with Lala, and I just thought the way she explained herself, because I agree with Lala, it's like it's infuriating. Like we have to film with this person, we can't look him the one way and we get in trouble, but you're literally living with him. Like how are we supposed to respect your boundaries if we don't understand them? And I just thought the way Ariana like super calmly explained herself, like I thought she came off looking really rational, really mature, and like I had a lot of respect for how she handled that situation because it's all very emotional, and she kept her composure like an expert.
I agree, and I feel like she, you know, conceded points that she needed to, like when she was talking about Sheena, and she was like, it took Lala saying something for me to see it that way. I didn't see it like I felt the same way where she explained herself really well. I thought she came off looking really good, and it's what's so crazy is like the whole Scandival was just like this big tumultuous storm, and like she never did aside
anything.
from like the 2 conversations while they were filming, while she like screamed at him, was like, I hope you die and I don't give a fuck about Raquel, like never did anything to him.
Never.
So she really is very mature for that. And I want to say like too mature for the show.
Agreed. Like she was giving Queenie energy. And while that's admirable, like she feels above it because she's acting above it. Nobody else would act this way.
Yeah.
Also, I did have one small issue with Lala. And because I agree with what she's saying when it comes to Katie and everyone. It's like, look, we're all bleeding out and you can't, hide something like because it's inconvenient for the storyline. And like, I agree with that. But like, I feel like people have hidden things over the years and people have let them get away with it, especially Lala. Lala keeps a lot of her stuff private. Lala kept her relationship private before he came on the show. And everybody sort of just like, allows, there are certain things people don't come on and share. And like, it's sort of this like understood thing. But so for her to like now be like, we're being transparent, like it hasn't always been that way.
Yes, but I think she's saying like we're being transparent about like the dynamics within the group on this show. Like if Katie wanted to have a boyfriend and he didn't want to film, I don't think Lala would be mad about that. That's like what Lala was doing, and she's owned up to the fact that like she was dishonest for a period in time. And I just want to say like her dishonesty was like great for the storyline. Like is Lala a sugar baby? You know what I mean? As opposed to like if she just rolled up with a boyfriend that was kosher for everyone.
Yeah.
So I think what she's saying, and I thought when Katie was going to say to her like, and someone said, isn't it fair that she like has these thoughts and she doesn't want to share them on the show? And I was like, yeah, Lala, isn't that fair? Like she's allowed to like have private thoughts. Lala was like, yeah. And if she had came to me and said like, this is how I feel, but I don't want to say it because of our business and I have a lot invested with her, I would have been like, okay. But instead she said, this is true. And if you say it, I'm going to ruin your business. That's not a fucking friend.
True. That's, by the way, that's the difference.
And that's
definitely
the difference.
true.
And Lala said, like, she treats me like an enemy. That's what you say to your enemy, not to your friend, ever.
And Lala finds, like, of course, destroying anyone's business is, like, wrong. But Lala's business is so personal to her because she's, like, a single mom supporting her kid and fighting this custody battle. So it all comes back to that. Actually, that's a great point.
Yeah, and I would never have seen that if she didn't, like, spell it out that way. And I also think people love to compare, like, Lala's treatment of Randall to Ariana's treatment of Tom. And Lala said the biggest difference for her is that she has a kid. I feel like one of the biggest differences is that Tom is everyone's friend before, during, and after, not after so much, his relationship with Ariana.
He was in the group before. He'll be in the group
Randall,
after.
like, it was Lala's
stranger.
plus one. He, like, you guys can live without his friendship. You never had it before. You barely had it while it doesn't make sense for you guys to be friends with Randall now.
Yeah, and I think Sheena also brought up a really good point. Like the comparison of Randall and Tom Sandoval, is actually unfair to Tom Sandoval. Like Tom Sandoval's a prick. Tom Sandoval's a cheater, but he's not a criminal. And there was besides him cheating on Lala, there was a lot in that LA Times article. There was literally a documentary about his, drugs, underage women. Like it goes far beyond being unfaithful in a relationship. So I think we really need to stop comparing these two, like dead ass.
Yeah. But then also just went like Sandoval's crime of cheating was a little bit worse than Randall's cheating because it was with the best friend. So it's more serious in that way.
I don't know if I agree with that actually. Like Randall was accused of cheating with multiple women and underage girls. Like I think that's worse than sleeping with someone's best friend.
I don't know. Sandoval wouldn't have been as big as it was if Tom was cheating with someone we didn't know.
But for sure, I think from like this is like fucked up to say, from like an entertainment perspective, yeah, like it being the best friend made it juicier, but I don't think it makes it more ethically wrong than
I think it does.
What Randall did. I don't.
No, not than what Randall did. Sorry. Is it more wrong? Is it the same level of wrong to just cheat or to like cheat with someone's best friend? It's more wrong.
Cheat with someone's best friend.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm talking about Randall versus Tom.
No, but I'm just saying Tom's cheating has like more points against it. Not more than Randall.
Than standard cheating.
Added points.
Yeah, it goes standard cheating with the best friend, what Randall did.
Yes.
Great. I'm so glad we worked that out. What else happened in the reunion? By the way, like Tom Sandoval, I shit out a condom and...
Excuse me? And had lockjaw? What does that
I had lockjaw
mean?
the next morning and shit out a condom 2 weeks later. I think he was trying to say that Sheena has a dick.
Yeah. That was
right?
like some sort... What?
And like it was like a joke for Andy. Maybe that's something like gay people say, but I hang out with a lot of gay folk. I've never heard that phrase in my life.
Yeah. And that's not like Sheena. When I think of Sheena... It's not like,
having
she
sex.
Straps it on. Like,
no.
She's just
It was like him trying to be funny.
It was so weird to me.
Maybe I found the episode boring because my boyfriend Brock didn't say one word. I seriously would take a bullet. I love him.
I know. Does he have any friends for Lala?
Did you see that Lala and Sheena spent Mother's Day together?
I love them.
No, and it was like the cutest with the girls, and the girls wore matching dresses, and they ran at to each other from the parking lot.
No, because I don't know if I follow Sheena.
I do. I think that's where I saw it, actually. Sheena
because I follow
content.
Lala. No, you know what? I'm going to hit her with the follow.
I feel like Lala's the mom who reposts the content. Sheena's the one who takes it.
Yeah. Lala doesn't like post that much, but Sheena's like a full-time content creator. She vlogs. I'm sure you'll start watching her YouTube channel soon if you want to see Brock.
By the way, literally. No, I follow Brock on TikTok. He's you're gonna die. They bought a house, and he is doing like a outdoor DIY like side yard project. It's going really well. Oh,
that's really exciting and fun.
Yeah, it's really good content because he just doesn't make me wait. He's like, all right, here today I'm gonna put in the cement, and then by the end of the video, the cement is in. There's no part 2. I hate that shit.
Oh, that's really great. And I also want to say one of the bigger plot twists of the show in general is that like Allie is OTP.
Yeah.
Like when James showed up, like literally 2 days later with a new girlfriend, it was like, after being engaged, he was engaged to Raquel.
No, and then it's like a girlfriend who does like astrology readings. It was like very
and like she
unserious.
had met him at like one of his shows.
It was not serious.
Not for, if I was a betting woman, not for 1 second would I have bet on them going the distance, but like I ship harder than, they might be Sheena and Brock are also a great couple, but like they're extremely functional relationship.
I have one thing to say. I forgot.
Amidst the dysfunction.
Ariana was only wrong about one thing last night. And I get that it's so personal to her, but the thing with the attempted dog killer, like she is wrong for. Tom Sandoval,
blame lies with everyone.
Because Andy being like, what could have gone differently, like to have avoided this, like, and the fact that her initial reaction wasn't like I should have cleaned my room, and it was like I needed to be consulted more about when the air conditioning guy was coming. Like they're coming to fix the AC. We got to live with AC. Like I think she was wrong for that.
I don't think she's wrong for like having chicken skewers in her room. I think she's wrong for putting all the blame on Sandoval when it's a mix of like Sandoval and also Ariana living with someone who she doesn't communicate with, and this is what's going to happen if the home is not a harmonious space.
But also Ariana living in a pigsty. I thought that's what you were going to say.
Oh, yeah, but no, like you can't like have a functioning household when people aren't communicating and like you can't go into one room and you don't know what's going on and what's bad. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's not gonna work out. So I think she was just like wrong for being so angry with Tom about that because it wasn't his fault alone. But I don't think it was her fault alone either.
No, me neither. But calling him an attempted dog murderer, like being extreme, putting all the blame on him, right? She's wrong for that.
I agree with that.
So part 3 next week looks great. Mm-hmm. But they always look great.
Even though my TiVo cut it off. But like they were referencing something this episode. Oh, because they talked about how Schwartz was the only one who said something about Ariana. Like, you're not the queen of the group, right? They were like, Schwartz was the only one who said that.
Schwartz was the one who said ego.
And then they like pan to Lala because we know in the last episode, like after Ariana storms out, she says, I don't know anyone who gets cheated on. All of a sudden they become God.
Yeah, no, that is going to really shake things up.
Yeah, and it would have shaken things up if they watched it like privately and filmed the reunion a week later, but like to get their
emotions, I love this idea.
As they're processing them, like it's too much.
Especially knowing that Ariana didn't watch any of the season.
Yeah. Which I'm coming to more and more appreciate. Like, she doesn't need to see everyone in their internal battles about Tom. And, like, it's hurtful to her. And she's right to be hurt, but they're also right to feel that way. I'm glad she didn't see all that. But I also thought what was so crazy, and Lala had a fire point, as she always does, was when Charlie said about Lala, and Ariana sat there and laughed.
No, I thought that made Lala look really, really petty. Because, yeah, that scene made Ariana look so bad. Like, it was awful. But that conversation that they had at the plant store, like, put it to bed. And I thought Ariana really understood why she was wrong, and I thought her apology was really genuine in that moment. Why we never saw that? Yeah.
I felt like at the plant store, what we saw was, like, not enough of a conversation of the severity of what was said. Like, it was just like, Ariana said that's over the top, and I should have said that's over the top. No, like, that was fucking wicked to say.
Yeah.
A wicked thing. And if you could sit there and hear that about your friend, and, like, you don't have to stand, like, some people are confrontational, so you don't have to say something, but, like.
But she was laughing.
To, like, laugh, like, that's not your friend.
That's not your friend, yeah. But the fact that it was handled and then they cut to that scene made Lala look petty. Like, just sort of scraping
for bringing it up. But, yeah, I'm glad she brought it up, though, because I didn't know that.
Me neither, and it made Ariana look really fucking bad.
Yeah.
when she's like this woman who supports women. You know, that's not. They were talking about her kid. Like, it was bad.
It was wicked.
It was wicked. That Charlie's a little rat. Like, she's awful. Okay, well, that's our show, you guys. That's Vanderpump Rules recap. I'm off to traverse the city. So if you're looking for Turdy, she'll be out and about. Hope everybody has a enjoy this gorgeous summer day. Thank you so much for listening to the Toast Monday Morning Show, where we deliver the fast side stories you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as podcasts and our podcasts can be found on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, Castbox, all the places where we listen to podcasts. But also, leave a 5-star review, but I'm video sending. And wickedly talented we are. Have an amazing day, and we'll see you tomorrow for Thursday. Get your tickets to come see us live in New York City at the Beacon Theater and in West Hampton Beach at the Performing Arts Center. Head to thetoastpodcast.com/tour for those tickets. Love ya. Bye.
Love ya. Bye.